It has been the talk of the town. It has been the talk of the show in many ways for the last several months. And that is the SK Hynix chip fab that is ostensibly coming to West Lafayette. And if you've watched this at all throughout the spring, you saw that there was a lot of contention about the site that they're going to build on. And what it came down to was Site A versus Site B. The company wound up with a slight preference for Site B, which was not zoned appropriately for their uses. They needed to go to before the boards to get new zoning put in place for that site. The Area Plan Commission voted no, but then it went before the West Lafayette City Council and they voted yes. The Area Plan Commission vote is just an advisory vote. It is not pending in any way. Sorry, I'm just checking the stream a little bit. It looks a little jerky. If I can do anything about that real quick before we get any further in. I'll give that a try. So they needed the rezoning to go to I3 industrial for Site B, and the West Lafayette City Council voted yes. The crux of the issue is, though, that Site A already has the appropriate zoning, and SK Hynix and the Purdue Research Foundation have stated that they would most likely just go back to Site A if Site B was not approved. And the sites, and this word is overused, I was going to say literally, maybe more like exactly, something like 700 feet away from each other. I forget the exact measurement I took, but really, really close to each other. And so the neighbors who are saying they don't want it next to them are pushing it away, pushing it back towards neighbors who are just basically across what is essentially a farm field, not much more than that. But at the moment, the plan is that SK Hynix is going to go to Site B. Well, two citizens have filed lawsuits against the West Lafayette City Council that they have ignored health and environmental concerns and overstepped their authority. There are two lawsuits in Tippecanoe Circuit Court. The judge in this case, Judge Sean Person, has concluded that the two complaints, which were each filed on the same day on June 4th, about a month ago now, could wind up with different conclusion if they stay in separate courts. So he has ruled that those should be consolidated and they will hold some hearings on that. But the one complainant said that she's open to that idea. I have a feeling that's exactly what's going to happen, that these two lawsuits will be combined. I say this a lot in my life. I am not a fill in the blank. I'm not a lawyer, not a judge. I'm not an expert on the law. But in following this case and following real estate development here in the area for a long time, it really feels like this will not succeed. And there's no judgment from me placed on that statement, whether these lawsuits to stop this rezoning succeed or not. I think it's just a fact. For better or worse, that's going to be the case. Now, if the lawsuits fail, SK Hynix moves ahead, and they have other metrics and points that they have to hit along the way. But if it succeeds and they do manage to put a stop to it somehow, then they'll move back theoretically to Site A. And I wonder what the real world difference is in that, because are we going to go back and sue over land that a landowner owned and was zoned I3 and has been zoned I3 basically since zoning came to the area in the, I believe it was the early 70s was the original zoning setup? I don't know, but my Etch-a-Sketch says that SK Hynix is coming whether any one person wants it to or not. So we'll keep following that, and we'll keep you up to date here on @Lafayette Live and the Lafayette Reel. And while we're keeping you up to date, hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you don't miss all of our updates here on the channel.